Mr. Mayor.
How you doing, Whoopi? It's a pleasure and an honor to be with you all this morning.
Well, we're honored to have you. Listen, how you feeling? You were diagnosed about a week ago with coronavirus. Were you surprised to discover that you now were one of the people that had it?
I was very surprised. I was probably one of the first, if not the first, elected official from any government that had contracted it. And it was a shock to me. Obviously, when I got the news, it was something that was very unexpected. And so it's been a whirlwind last few days dealing with it. But thankfully, I've been relatively symptom-free, just a mild, cold, no fever, and so I've been very blessed.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're glad. And right now, so you feel like you're on the mend. And we need to let people know that this is what happens with a lot of people. They get it, and their symptoms may be a little more heavy or a little more light, but most people come out of it.
And that's exactly what I've been doing. I've done a daily blog to chronicle every single day at my Twitter account and my Instagram account, to try to demystify things, to reduce the anxiety level. I think people are very anxious about, getting tested. Where should they get tested? Are there enough test kits? And I want people to understand that if by some reason they get infected, and I suspect, by the way, there are many more people infected than we probably know, that this is not something that you should panic about. Obviously, you should take care of yourself. I've been taking care of myself. I've remained in quarantine the entire time. But thankfully, I fall in that category of people that have experienced so far mild symptoms.
Mayor Suarez, this is Meghan McCain. You were exposed at an event that was attended by a Brazilian official who later tested positive for the virus. Senator Rick Scott and President Trump were there as well. Senator Scott has self-quarantined, although he does not have the virus, and the president was tested and found to be negative. Do you know how you think you possibly contracted the virus?
Yeah, there was a delegation led by the Brazilian president that was in Miami Monday and Tuesday. I had to obviously say hello to them and greet them. And I was in a room with this person who had tested positive for at least an hour on Monday, potentially an hour on Tuesday. It's very possible that we shook hands. It's also very possible that we had a close conversation. Someone sent me a picture that we're in the same picture and we're, a few feet away. So once that all happened, it was clear and it was evident that I had to quarantine immediately. The Department of Health, the Florida Department of Health, called me and asked me to come in and get tested. I got tested right away, and I was shocked to learn the next day that I was positive. Obviously there was a lot of fear and anxiety and, a concern about what this would mean for me. But thankfully, so far, almost a week in, it's meant, that I've had some cold-like symptoms, not quite flu-like symptoms, and I've been living with it, and that's why I've been blogging so that people can feel a little bit, reduce the anxiety level and feel a little bit less concerned.
Mm-hmm. Well,